Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my first ever shop my stash video. Well, I've done kind of shop my stash videos before, but it's been usually shopping my stash for some kind of dupe. But today's video is just going to be the intro into my kind of just shop my general stash series. In 2019, as you guys probably know, it's a huge goal of mine to buy less makeup and to use up what I have because this stuff does eventually expire and I've already bought it, so I want to get a lot of use out of it. So I kind of plan on doing this video every 2 to 3 weeks if you guys enjoy it. I kind of did a shop my stash basket like 2 weeks ago and I kind of had that for the past 2 weeks. I thought it went pretty well, but I started just throwing random things in there. I'm like, this is too much, we need to start over, take a deep breath and start over. So here are the products that I picked for this video. So in the following videos in this series, I do want to do kind of a little tutorial with the products that I put in my shop my stash from like last month and kind of give you guys a rundown of how, you know, using those products went, what I thought of them, if I changed my mind on any of them, any of that, and then I will also share my picks for the next month. So I just kind of put them all in the basket, as you guys can probably tell this month, but if you want to see me actually like go through my stash, I can add that into these videos. Just make sure to let me know in the comments below. So let's get into what I picked out for this month. I do want to note that my Project Pan products I will probably end up throwing in this basket, but I probably won't share them with you in this video just because you guys already know that's what I'm using, that's what I'm aiming to pan and use up this year. So just a little disclaimer in there. So let's just start with things on the top. So the first 3 items that are on the top are 3 of my ColourPop Super Shock shadows. You guys know that I cannot get enough of these shadows lately. The first one is the shade Prickly Pear, which is such a beautiful color, you guys. Oh my goodness. Look at it's like a taupey, purpley, sparkly goodness shade. Oh my goodness. This is one of my favorite Super Shock shadows that I own, but I don't wear it nearly enough. And I have another palette in here that I feel like it's going to pair absolutely beautifully with. Oh my god, look at that. So I thought this would be a really, really great time to kind of throw that in here. The next shade that I threw in is the shade Puppy Love. Now, this isn't in my Project Pan, but I think it might eventually make its way in there. Not because I don't love this shade. It's one of my favorite Super Shock shadow shades from ColourPop. It looks really kind of unassuming in the pan, but it's like this beautiful creamy shade with like the most gorgeous peach shift. And I cannot stop wearing this with my Pan That palette for 2019. So I definitely want to throw that in here. Yeah, you can't really even see it too much on my skin, but it is absolutely stunning in real life. Those of you who own Puppy Love know what I mean. And then the final Super Shock shadow that I threw in here is the shade Sequin. And this is just a beautiful copper shade. You guys know how I feel about these shades. These are just kind of like my makeup sweatpants. Like this is one I throw on when I don't know what I want to wear. How beautiful is that? Plus, this one is a bit older, so I want to get some use out of it before it dries out. And then I have one more kind of like single shadow that I want to throw in, and that is the JCat Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse. The one I have here is in the shade Houdini. It's kind of like this olivey taupey shade. I feel like it's an olive, but it's not like a bam in your face olive. Oh, this is pretty. Oh. You guys know I've had a thing for olives lately. This is right up my alley. Oh my god, look at how reflective that is. I don't know how some people go like and do all matte eyes because I just love shimmer and shine and glitter and just metallic goodness all over my eyelid, and it's just, I feel incomplete without it, you know what I mean? Let's just finish up with eye products, we'll make it easy. So I also threw in the ColourPop Supernova Shadow in the shade Firecracker. So I actually am not the biggest fan of these Supernova eyeshadows to wear like all over my lid, but the way I do like to wear them is kind of as winged liner, and I feel like this shade is perfect for that, especially for a day-to-day basis because it's a bit of a softer shade. It's kind of a reddish brown shade. It is metallic, but I don't really mind that too much. I just think it looks really, really beautiful as kind of a soft wing liner, and it defines the eyes, but it's not like too heavy. So we're going to briefly talk about the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I'm throwing in, and we'll move on to face and lip products. So the first palette that I'm throwing in is the Desi and Katy Friendcation palette. I think this palette is gorgeous, you guys, but for some reason I'm like intimidated to use this. So I've had this since like Christmas, but I've only used it a handful of times because I'm like scared to use it and I don't know why. think it's because I don't want to be disappointed by these shadows because I lusted after this palette for so long, but it's time. I need to use it. I need to get over this weirdness, so I'm putting it in here in hopes that I will reach for it more. And then the next one is actually a custom palette that I made myself. So this is just an empty magnetic palette from ColourPop, but I filled this with a multitude of single shadows from different brands. There's quite a few ColourPop in here. This blush is from Sydney Grace Co, and so is this highlighter. I thought they would just pair really nicely with these tones, so I threw them in here. But yeah, this is really pretty. I kind of made this palette to dupe the Huda Beauty new Nude palette. And I think I did an okay job. I think I strayed off the track a little bit, but I'm really happy with this version and I am so excited to get some use out of these. So now on to face products. So the first palette that I'm including, well, this is like face and eyes, but it's the ABH Aurora Glow Kit. So this is something that I've had in my collection for a little bit over a year now. And I think this palette is beautiful, but it's just not something that I'm reaching for on an everyday basis. These highlighters are a little bit more colorful and they're a little bit glittery, like not in a super chunky way. They're more like sparkly. They're just a little sparkly. On an everyday basis, I really do prefer something just a little bit more metallic with no visible sparkle or glitter. So I really want to get some more use out of this, whether it's on the face or on the eyes. I film enough, I could throw this on before filming or something like that, so I really want to get some more use out of this. And then I threw in another cheek palette, which may not have been a good idea, but I want to get some use out of this. And that's the e.l.f. Modern Metals cheek palette. This came in like that Modern Metals set that I hauled a couple weeks ago. I'll link that haul down below if you guys are interested in seeing that because I got a lot of cool stuff. So here is what the palette looks like. I love the blush tones in here. I'm not a huge fan of the highlighter tones, mostly because they're almost all too dark for me. I think I might be able to pull off this lighter gold shade, but even that's a little iffy. Maybe I can. Maybe it's light enough. But I'm not like that disappointed because I feel like I can just kind of boop boop mix those two together. And then I have a bit of a glowier blush, and that is what I've been preferring lately anyway. So I'm really excited to get some use out of this palette. I swatched it today I took an Instagram picture with this palette, and these powders are so creamy. I own quite a few of e.l.f.'s like 4-pan blush palettes, but this one just feels like something different, and I'm so excited to get some more use out of it. So the final face product I'm including is the Cover FX Glitter Drops. I think these are in the shade Supernova or something like that. Nova, just Nova, not Supernova. These are just beautiful gold glittery drops. I used these quite a bit when I first got them. I got them in like a BoxyCharm, I think, and I loved popping them on my inner corner or patting them all over the lid. But recently I've seen some people say that they like to mix this in with their foundation for a bit of a radiance boost, and you guys know I'm all about dewy skin right now, so I would love to try to use this in that capacity and get some more use out of it, because just kind of popping this on my inner corner or on my eyelids, I'm never going to get through this bottle, so I would love to find some more uses for this. And then finally we have some lip products. So I feel like I may have picked too many, but this is kind of my first, it's more like my second Shop My Stash experiment, so we'll go from this week. If it's too much, I'll pick less next week. So the first one I want to use is the Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie Buttercream Lip Gloss. This is just a beautiful everyday pink shade that I know I'm going to get a lot of use of. I use this almost every day for, I feel like, a couple months when I first got it, but it has since kind of been shoved into my drawer and been neglected. And then I also want to use the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm Gloss. This is just a beautiful everyday pink shade that I know I'm going to get a lot of use of. I use this almost every day for, I feel like, a couple months when I first got it, but it has since kind of been shoved into my drawer and been neglected. And then I also want to use the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm. Yes, this one has been chewed up by my dog. She got a hold of it one day and I just can't let go of it, so we're just going to deal with the chewed up cap. And this one is in the shade Sultry. This one I bought on Emily Noel 83's recommendation years ago at this point. And there's that shade right there. It's just a beautiful, like, everyday mauve berry shade. It's gorgeous, a gorgeous shade. And then I saw these in my drawer the other day when I was kind of rearranging things, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to use those. Those are so old. I want to use these little Bite, I don't even know what these are called. Do they even sell these anymore? They're like the high pigment pencils or something. But I have 4 of them. I got a little mini set a long time ago for Christmas, and I smelled them and they still smell okay, so I want to try to use these up because they're absolutely beautiful. There's a gorgeous nude shade, a berry, kind of a mauve shade, and then this gorgeous red. So I really want to get some use out of these before they expire, because Bite makes beautiful lip products, and I would love to purchase one of their little mini sets next year, but I need to use up some lip products in my collection before I do that. But that is actually going to wrap this video up, you guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the update or any other Shop My Stash videos from me. Make sure to leave me in the comments below any of those options that you want me to include in the video that I mentioned in the beginning. If you want me to do a tutorial with these products, if you want me to show you actually picking out these products out of my stash, I would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, I just want to thank you so much for watching once again. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film beauty videos 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!